Hey Frontline fans, welcome back to Comic Frontline. And fans, you're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to do that all-important comic book review so you the fans can make a decision on what comic books to buy. And today, guys, we're talking about Now. That is Marvel Now. And that is Earth's Mightiest Avengers issue number 1 right now. So, with Carmella, Sam, and Miles all with the champions now, we have missing members on the Avengers. So now we have Hercules and Spider-Man on this team. It's got to be a much better team, right? It's older people. We're starting fresh. We're going to go with a new story arc. Mark Waid kind of gets a reset. And so you got to be excited for it, right? Yeah, all right, we'll see what happens. This book is written by Mark Waid. And the artwork in this particular issue is done by Mike Del Mundo. Now, if you guys are not familiar with the artwork, this is the artist that did Weird World and also did the Weird World series from Secret Wars, and also, as far as I know, has done Elektra. The artwork is beautiful in its own way. It's a painted-like style of art. It's very fantasy-like. And that's why for Weird World, it was beautiful in its own ways. Because, again, it's very fantasy-like. You got all these different, creatures and different beasts, and things can be thrown in all different distortions, and it makes sense. However, for an Avengers book, the artwork doesn't make sense. I mean, we're dealing with regular characters here that are pretty much like human-like features or humans themselves, and it just doesn't work. It's not that I dislike the artwork, it just doesn't work for this book. I feel like the art for this book belongs in almost like a museum. Or you can make this into pinup pages, but not for a comic book style of art. It just doesn't work here, in my opinion. It's hard to get characters' expressions. The colors all blend together for me. It just doesn't work for me. And so what happens right away is when the art is like that, it takes me out of the story. I can't get captured by it. And it's one of the reasons why I read the comic books is for the art, because the story is told through the artwork, not just through the dialogue. So right away, it just detracted me from this book. So what did I think of this overall story? Well, this overall story has to do with Kang. And when it comes to Kang and stories, again, I'm not a huge person on when it comes to time travel and going to different areas of time. And it just seems like, didn't we have the last all different Avengers story start with Kang? And now this time it begins with Kang, and it kind of continues where we last left off in that very first issue with Kang. And instead of really reintroducing the team and getting the team to a cohesive feel, it just dove into this story, and I didn't like it. I just didn't enjoy the book whatsoever. It was pretty dull for me. And when I look at the future of this book, they show a pretty much a preview of what's to come for the next year of the Avengers. And I saw the story, I was just like, yeah, this book is just not for me. Again, the artwork's in its own way, but the story for me, I just find myself not interested in it. It has to do a lot with Kang and all this different time travel, and we have some things there where it looks like they're fighting the champions, but again, it's just the artwork it just takes me away from the story. I can't get attached to it in whatever shape or form. So unfortunately, this book for me is a miss. I got to give this one a 2.5 out of 5 stars. I thought the story itself was boring. I thought the getting this version of the team or the rest of the members of the team was rough at best. It was like, hey, Hercules, you want to join this team? Yeah, sure, why not? You have Spider-Man who's forcing himself on the team. Hey, I got money. Tony Stark's not around anymore. I just don't like it. Red Wing is considered on the team. He's an Avenger because they have no one else to recruit. Just a very weak story in my opinion, and just not infatuated by it and not intrigued by it in any way, shape, or form. So with that being said, finally, after reading all the issues of All New, All Different Avengers and reading this first issue of Avengers, I will be, sadly, dropping this series. So guys, now it's your turn in the comments below to tell me what you thought of Avengers All New, or I'm sorry, Earth's Mightiest Heroes issue number 1. Are you going to keep it? Are you going to drop it? Are you a fan or you're not a fan? Just tell me, keep those discussions going. And fans, as always, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off and saying thank you so much for watching Comic Frontline. Thank you for supporting it. It means a lot to us. We won't do this without you guys. And fans, I'll see you in the next comic book review. Take care.